Have you ever pondered which tiny creatures pose the greatest threat to humans? We're not talking about lions or sharks, but the often overlooked creatures that inhabit our world, insects. Today, we're embarking on a fascinating exploration into the world's deadliest insects. Now you might be thinking, deadliest? Really? But don't be fooled by their size. These tiny critters pack a punch that's far more lethal than you might imagine. Our countdown isn't based on the size or the scariness of these insects, but on a far grimmer criterion, the number of human deaths they cause each year. From the buzzing bees to the silent, deadly mosquitoes, we've got quite the lineup for you. Each insect has its own unique deadly arsenal, and learning about them will surely make you respect, if not fear, these tiny creatures. So, buckle up, hold onto your hats, and prepare for a journey into the tiny but deadly world of insects. Starting our countdown at number 5, we have the tsetse fly. Now don't let the tsetse fly's diminutive size fool you. This tiny insect, native to Africa, packs a punch far beyond its weight class. Mostly found in sub-Saharan countries, the tsetse fly thrives in warm climates and makes its home in vegetation near animals it can feed on. Unlike many of its insect brethren, the tsetse fly is not a mere nuisance. This insect is a carrier of a deadly disease known as African sleeping sickness. This illness, caused by the trypanosoma parasite, is transmitted to humans through the bite of an infected tsetse fly. Once in the bloodstream, the parasite can cause a range of symptoms from fever and headaches to more severe complications like neurological disorders. African sleeping sickness, or African trypanosomiasis, as it's scientifically known, has 2 stages. The first is characterized by fever, headaches, joint pain, and itching. However, the second stage is where things get truly dire. When the parasite invades the central nervous system, victims can experience a range of symptoms, including changes in behavior, confusion, and poor coordination. At its worst, the disease can cause severe neurological damage or even death. The tsetse fly's impact on humans extends beyond health. In regions heavily infested by these flies, agricultural development is often hindered, as the flies can also transmit diseases to livestock. This has significant economic implications, making the tsetse fly not just a health menace, but also an obstacle to socio-economic progress. Tackling the tsetse fly problem is not a simple task. These insects are highly adaptable, resistant to most insecticides, and their life cycle makes them difficult to target. Despite these challenges, efforts are ongoing to control and ultimately eliminate the tsetse fly and the diseases it carries. The tsetse fly, small but deadly, and a clear reminder of why we should respect even the smallest creatures. Coming in at number 4, we have the fearsome killer bee. Now, don't let the name fool you. This isn't your run-of-the-mill honeybee. The killer bee, or Africanized honeybee, as it's scientifically known, is a hybrid of the more docile European honeybee and the African honeybee. And it's this unique blend that gives the killer bee its notorious reputation. Born out of an experiment gone wrong in Brazil in the mid-20th century, these bees have since spread their wings across the Americas. They're known for their aggressive nature, especially when their hive is threatened. Unlike their European counterparts that might send out a dozen or so bees to ward off intruders, the killer bee sends out hundreds, if not thousands, of their buzzing brigade in defense. But what makes these bees truly fearsome is their venom. While it's not more potent than a regular honeybee's, the sheer volume of stings one can receive from a swarm of provoked killer bees can have fatal consequences. The venom contains a cocktail of enzymes and biogenic amines that can cause a range of reactions in humans, from mild pain and swelling to serious allergic reactions and, in rare cases, death. Yet it's not just their venom that's concerning. The killer bee's aggressive nature poses a significant problem for beekeepers and the public alike. Their tendency to take over other bee colonies and their readiness to attack in large numbers makes them a buzzing threat that's hard to ignore. Despite their fearsome reputation, though, it's worth noting that these bees play an important role in our ecosystem. They're prolific pollinators and contribute significantly to the biodiversity of our planet. So, while they might be a bit more hot-tempered than we'd like, they're still a crucial part of our world. So there you have it. The killer bee, a buzzing threat that packs a deadly sting. But remember, like with any creature, respect their space and they'll respect yours. At number 3, we have the fire ant, a tiny terror that packs a punch. Don't be fooled by their size. These minuscule marauders of the insect kingdom are known for their fiery sting and aggressive nature. They're small, sure, but they're also mighty, embodying the phrase, "good things come in small packages," or in this case, painful things. The fire ant, named for its painful sting that feels like being burned by fire, is a formidable creature. When disturbed, they swarm out of their mound, latch onto the skin with their jaws, and inject venom through a stinger in their abdomen. The result, a sensation akin to being set on fire. But the sting of a fire ant is more than just a painful nuisance. For some, it can be a life or death situation. A single sting is painful. Multiple stings can trigger severe allergic reactions, leading to difficulty breathing, swelling, and in rare cases, even fatalities. And if that's not enough, these tiny terrors are known for their aggressive nature. They are fiercely protective of their colonies and won't hesitate to attack anything they perceive as a threat. So the next time you're out and about and spot a mound of soil that looks suspiciously like a fire ant colony, it's best to give it a wide berth. The fire ant, small in size but big on danger. Just missing the top spot at number 2 is the Anopheles mosquito. Imagine a creature so tiny yet so dangerous that it's considered one of the deadliest insects on the planet. Anopheles mosquito, a name that sends shivers down the spine of many. This is not due to its size or its bite, but rather the lethal disease it transmits, malaria. Malaria, an infectious disease caused by a parasite, is primarily spread through the bite of an infected Anopheles mosquito. It's almost like a stealthy, airborne delivery system for disease. And the most terrifying part, these mosquitoes are most active during dusk and dawn, when people are least expecting. But the true horror of the Anopheles mosquito lies not in its bite or its stealth, but in the disease it carries. Malaria affects hundreds of millions of people every year, with a significant number of those cases resulting in death. The disease is particularly devastating in developing countries, where access to preventative measures and effective treatment can be limited. In many parts of the world, the Anopheles mosquito is more than just a nuisance. It's a symbol of a disease that has claimed countless lives and continues to pose a significant threat to public health. The World Health Organization estimates that nearly half of the world's population is at risk of malaria. Yet, despite the grim picture, there's hope. Significant strides have been made in the fight against malaria, from insecticide-treated mosquito nets to anti-malarial drugs and vaccines. Efforts to stop this deadly disease are making a difference, but the fight is far from over. So the next time you hear the buzz of a mosquito or see one resting on your arm, remember the Anopheles mosquito. Remember the disease it carries, the lives it's taken, and the global effort needed to stop it. The Anopheles mosquito, a tiny insect with a massive impact. And now the deadliest insect in the world, the Aedes mosquito. This diminutive bloodsucker might be small in size, but it's big on causing havoc. The Aedes mosquito is a dangerous little creature, not because of its bite per se, but due to the deadly diseases it can carry and transmit to humans. One of the most notorious illnesses spread by this mosquito is dengue fever, a disease that affects hundreds of thousands of people every year and can be fatal if not treated promptly. But the Aedes mosquito doesn't stop there. It's also the primary vector for the Zika virus, a condition that can cause severe birth defects if contracted by pregnant women. And let's not forget yellow fever, another potentially deadly disease spread by this mosquito. Yellow fever can cause severe damage to the liver and other internal organs, and in severe cases can be fatal. But why are we so concerned about the Aedes mosquito? Well, it's not just a problem in tropical and subtropical regions. With climate change, these mosquitoes are expanding their territories, posing a worldwide danger. As we continue to battle these diseases, it's important to remember that prevention is the best cure. So let's keep our surroundings clean, use repellents, and stay vigilant, because these tiny terrors can strike anywhere, anytime. The Aedes mosquito, the tiny terror that tops our list. Remember, size doesn't always equate to danger. Enjoying the content? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for more exciting videos.